So what did you have in the beginning? I mean, I know you came to me with all kinds of neurological stuff that the neurosurgeon or neurologist couldn't figure out on you.
Yeah, we have lots of neurological, some spasticity in the legs and limbs, and then we also had loss of. I couldn't walk sometimes; just it was stiffen up. Still does that every now and then, but not as much.
Is it the same intensity? 'Cause, I mean, there's times I got you down the
No,
hall,
it's
you
not
could-
the same intensity. Like I can at least stand still if I need to, if I'm losing the motion in my legs, the movement of my legs. I can actually stand still long enough to recover, but I don't just collapse on the ground. Like there was times where I just would sink onto the ground.
I know.
That was just weird. It didn't hurt and didn't fall like tripping and falling. It wasn't a quick fall. It was just a very slow down you went, like you were going down for something. So those went away. That was nice. There was also I was sleeping a lot, very tired. So there was a lot of fatigue. Very much lots of fatigue. I mean, so much fatigue. Sometimes I'd get up in the morning and it was a choice between either getting a shower and getting ready for the day, or actually getting something done for the morning. So if I get ready for the day, then I need to take a nap, and then I do something for the afternoon, a little bit in the afternoon, and then take another nap in the afternoon. And that was including 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours more sleep at night, plus then 2 naps a day. So now I don't do any naps, except for like on Sunday afternoon nap, or occasionally if I was up late and working on something. But life-wise and functionability, it's much better, much better. I could not. Now I'm working on a PhD. I could not have done that kind of rigorous amount of work that needs to be done. There's just no way I could have done that before. And yeah, it's just been a big blessing, big blessing.
But prior to this, you were basically disabled. I mean, you really.
Yeah, and I still have a disabled parking pass because it's just there's some days I just couldn't walk. But yeah, I had no life. I mean, I worked part-time, and that was about all I could do. Was just get through a day. And it did get bad enough that we had no clue. I mean, we went to the neurologist. They checked everything out. Everything seemed normal. They couldn't find anything. Checked for multiple sclerosis, Lou Gehrig's, so several other things like that. Couldn't find anything. So.
And here I am saying.
And the chemical imbalances, we checked for those. There just doesn't seem to be much. There was some salt, low sodium, so I had to just keep. My dad was on a low sodium diet, and I was living with my parents by this point, just because I could not live on my own. But now I'm married, so that's different too. But it's been a big change. It's been a big help. I'm looking forward to having my gut not stick out in front of me. It looks like really big.
Yeah. And yet you're a real thin guy.
Yeah, I'm very thin. So it's definitely the back. If you look on the side, you've seen the videos on the side. I always kind of joked about that, and so I'm looking forward to that. I can tell that that's getting better, and then everything else seems to be easing down a bit. There's still times where we're not sure, but
Not sure what.
like there's still bad days. There's still days that it's just I might not be able to function as well as I would have liked to, but those days are far fewer. And it's funny because I don't think about them as much, and that's the good thing. If you don't think about that you're sick, you're not tired. That's a normal reaction. People don't think, oh, I'm not sick today. You don't think that way. You think I am sick today. I don't feel good today. So those days are far fewer than a couple of years ago.
Yeah. So tell me what the neurologist said when you went in there, and I'm saying tethered cord syndrome and.
Yeah, they didn't think that was the case. The final conclusion there was that it's psychosomatic, so it's something like what they used. So they can't they can't see it. It could be some kind of genetic problem, which would be in the tens of thousands of dollars to do testing. There's nothing they could do with it anyway at this point. The MRIs didn't show much, so they couldn't detect anything physically wrong.
What would they say when I said tethered cord syndrome?
They didn't believe you,
Yeah.
so that was, I don't know, either here or there. So
You already knew that the spine was related to your problem.
I knew that there was the spine was something was definitely wrong with my spine. I've known that since college. I mean, we would kind of joke about the fact that I have a weird bump in my back, because it was.
But you saw the connection between that and the neurology.
Yeah, I mean, there is a definite. Yeah, I can see it.
What have you?
And then once I get treated, I can go fuzzy right away, and then I can get cleared up. So that's been nice. But yeah, the ability to think clearly, and not be as groggy, I think has been the biggest asset, and just be able to function without having to sleep. I don't know how many hours a day that I was sleeping. So
Yeah.
It's been. My wife attributes it to her. I'll let everyone take credit for whatever they want to. So
What's neat, and I'm, realistically, I'm about 25-30% done with you. So there's a lot more that can be done, but you got your life and you moved to the East Coast, and so you can't get treated this methodology right now, and
yeah, so I have to come in like once every 6 months now and get treated, but
I know. So there's you can completely get over this. This is all straightforward, easy stuff. It's just not fast. Not going to change you fast.
yeah.
But you see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, and it's livable. It's not something that I can't live with
Right.
right now. So
Exactly.
that's the nice part, is that I can at least I'm functioning,
Yeah.
which is a lot, and it's at a different level of functionality too. It's a much better level of functionality. So it's been nice.
Yeah. Now you can think.
And it takes a lot of thinking to do what I do. So
Yeah. I've thought about some of it. Well, good. Hey, thank you.
thanks, Jeff.
So.